Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on my channel we are all about real makeup for real life and real people. We're just here to have fun with our makeup and learn together along the way. If you are new here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you will consider subscribing if you've not done that already, simply because it will help you find my videos more easily on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday when I upload. So today's video is an update on the Monochromatic Year Project Pan. This project is in collaboration with the Pantastic Ladies on Facebook and created by the beautiful, the stunning Kali Fab here on YouTube. So last month, for the month of February, the color of the month was glitter or shimmer of any shade. So I picked 5 products. I plan to keep it about at 5 products for this project, just because I'm doing 2 other projects, which you can check out below in my Project Panning 2021 playlist. But let's go ahead and talk about how it went for February. Unfortunately, for February, I only met 3 out of 5 goals. In January, I met 4 out of 5 goals, so we'll see how I do in March. But the first product that I had in for February that I did not meet my goal on is this Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick. And my goal was to use this 10 times, and I only used it 9 times. It is what it is. It's okay. And I did get a lot of use out of it. 9 uses in 1 month is pretty good for one product. And I think I know now that I probably won't set myself up for 10 uses for too many things in the future, unless it's something I'm really certain I'm going to reach for. But this product is a little bit finicky. It's kind of not the best play along with other products. I most prefer this on just like bare skin, no foundation or anything like that. Definitely not a player on top of powder, which I actually find that a lot of cream products do play well on top of powder. This is not one of those, however. And then the other product that I did not meet my goal on was the Charlotte Tilbury Quad in Pillow Talk. I talked about in my previous update that this was something I was considering panning. It's not that it's not my favorite product, it's that I don't think it's worth the $56 for these 4 small eyeshadows, especially because this glitter shade right here is really hard to work with. However, I did figure out in using this for the month of February that the glitter in here actually does work quite well with a sponge tip applicator. However, definitely need a glitter glue underneath of it. The goal was to use each shade 5 times, and the only shade that I actually used 5 times was this brown up here. And honestly, it is what it is. I do think I'm going to roll this into my 21 pans in 2021 because I actually do really enjoy this. And especially after February and figuring out the glitter situation, I think I'd like to work on hitting pan in at least 1 shade in this palette. So while I didn't meet my goal on that one, I do feel really good about the fact that I learned how to use it more and better, and that I actually want to roll it into another project. So let's go ahead and talk about the 3 products that I did meet my goal on. I am decluttering one of these products, and I'll save that one for last. The first one that I met goal on was this e.l.f. liquid glitter in the shade Flirty Birdie. I love this. This is so pretty. It's a fantastic way to just add glitter over like a ton of different looks. Hi, Maureen. I just saw your comment come through. But anyways, I really like this. The goal was to use it 2 times, one as a topper and one as like the predominant lid shade for my look. And I did do that, and I'm really glad because these type of single things tend to get away from me, which is why I try to pull them into either short projects like this or into Shop My Stash is another way that I like to try and use things like that. The other product that I did meet goal on is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. I have the shade 902 Light Glow, and my goal was to use this 5 times, and I did do that. I do really like this product. However, I don't think this is going to be a super good option for me come the warmer months. So I'm going to try and get more use out of it before then, but I also know that, you know, come cooler weather here in Colorado in the fall and the winter, this is going to be really beautiful. I do think I could use it in a more targeted fashion, kind of like I would use my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. And by that I mean just targeted, like on the top of the cheekbones, underneath a sheer foundation or what have you, or even just, you know, no makeup. It is a little bit kind of like glittery, but I lived through the 90s. I don't necessarily mind glitter on my cheeks. And then the last product from February, and the product I am going to sadly declutter, is the Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Champagne Blush Liner Palette. My goal was to use each shade in the palette 2 times, and I did manage to do that. But through using this palette 8 times in the month, and I think I actually used it more than that because I really wanted to not form my opinions, I had opinions, but really kind of make that decision once and for all, if this is a product that's going to work for me, and it's not. I like a pigmented blush. I like a blush that shows up on the skin, and in order for these to really show up blushy on my skin tone, which, let's face it, is not even that dark, I really have to build it up, and by building it up, I end up with a ton of texture showing on my skin. And I don't really feel like my skin is that textured, so I just find that I cannot work with this. I think the shades are absolutely beautiful, but this is a product that just isn't going to work for me. I've held on to it for so long already, and that's why I had put it in the project for February to just decide, and I have decided to declutter it. All right, let's talk about March. The color of the month, or colors of the month for March, are peach and tan. And I love peach, and I love peach makeup, and so I'm really excited to be doing this color for the month of March. March is, you know, got the beginning of spring toward the end of March and my wedding anniversary, and it's, you know, I think peach is such a fresh, beautiful color for spring. All right, so the first product that I am putting in for the month of March is my Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. This is the mini primer, and this is one of, if not the oldest primer in my collection. I unfortunately really love this primer. I do want to use this up, however, though, because I do notice like I have to pump through a little bit of more of a solid texture product before I can get to the product that's soft and, you know, the way I remember it. I love the smell of this. It has that sweet fig whatever cream scent to it that I love. And I actually do feel like it does something for my skin, and I like it because it is perfecting, and it does mattify to an extent, but without making my skin look matte. It does really help keep my oils at bay and things like that, but without me looking totally matte, which is great because I don't like to look matte, even though I have oily skin. So really excited about this. I'm curious if any of you have found a dupe for this. I don't really love the brand of Too Faced, and so I don't know. Let me know if you have a dupe for this because I do really love it. But if I can't find a dupe, I might be tempted to repurchase it because I've loved this for a long time. My goal on this one is to use it 5 times. And just for gits and jiggles, I did weigh this and it's weighing in at exactly 35 grams. So the next product in this project is a blush that I haven't gotten a lot of use out of just yet, but it's going to be perfect for this project this month, and it's going to be perfect for the early dawning of spring, and that is the Persona Super Blush in the shade Georgia. What do we think? Yes? It is the blush I'm wearing today. I love the formula of this blush, and I just want to get some good use out of it this month. I did set my goal kind of low. I want to, again, I think 10 was just too much for a face product. So I'm starting with 5, but if I do use it any additional times, I'll be keeping track of that as well. I didn't weigh this one just because it's essentially brand new, but I'm really excited. I'm going to use this month, and it's going to go beautifully with this next product. And I also have the goal to use this 5 times. It is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator. This is the shade Peach Glow. Again, this is the product I'm wearing on my cheeks today. I'll swatch this one and I'll swatch the blush. So you're going to see here, these two are going to be a match made in heaven this month. I really like the way it looks on my cheeks today. I do have a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter on. But what's on top is the Laura Geller one. Like I said, again, I have the goal to use it 5 times, but if I use it additionally, I will keep track of that as well. Let's talk about a lippy. I'm going to try and finish this up this month. I don't think I'll have any issue with that. And I'm just trying to move out sort of some of the excess lippies in my collection, which I can only do in this project and or my Partners in Cream project, which I'll definitely be moving some lippies through that one. And so if you have picked up your birthday gift from Sephora this year already, you might have this as well. This is the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm or Balm in the shade Laguna. And that's what it looks like. I'll go ahead and, oh, my hands are just like so stinking dry. This is the lip color I have on today with a lip liner, but that's what it looks like. It's tan. And you know, Laguna is one of their famous bronzers. And so I really don't think I'm going to have any issue. These kind of like tinted balmy things really don't tend to take me very long to get through because I just put them by my computer station in my living room where I edit and whatnot. And I tend to, you know, just reapply these throughout the day as I feel like I need moisturization on my lips. And so yeah, I don't think I'll have any problem with finishing that in the month of March. And lastly, the palette that I have on my eyes today, I'm sure you can guess, and it is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This has always held a special place in my heart, not only because my hubby went through a lot to get me to getting this, but also because this was my very first high-end palette. And, you know, to be fair, she doesn't look that used and abused. I have used it quite a bit, but I think you really have to use a palette in order for it to start looking used and abused. My goal for this palette for the month of March is to create 3 looks with this, but I think I'll also pull this in to supplement other palettes that I have in my Shop My Stash, as well as other projects. But I also have another sort of behind the scenes goal, and that is to determine if I want to pan a shade in this palette in another project, which would be my 21 pans in 2021, or not. And if I do want to pan a shade, which shade might I consider panning? You know, and I'm really trying to stay away from too many like peachy mattes that I could set my primer with, or too many transition shades or what have you. But I also want to keep in mind that I'm going to have the Charlotte Tilbury quad in my 21 pans in 2021. Spoiler alert, you'll see that in the update. I am rolling this in. So I don't want to pick anything from the peach palette that's too similar to this, but maybe pick something that could be a nice addition to this quad. So that's kind of like a side goal, would be to determine if and which shade I would like to pan from this palette. If you have any suggestions, be sure to let me know. I'm wearing Candied Peach in my crease and transition. I deepened that up with this shade right here, which is Summer Yum. Then I went in with this like warmer bronzy shade down here, which is Caramelized. Then I went in with Bellini, and it wasn't quite as vibrant or metallic as I remembered it being. So then I did go in and add a little bit of, admittedly, my favorite shade in the palette, which is Luscious. Everybody talks about that shade. That would probably be an easy shade for me to hit pan on. However, I don't think it's a great idea considering I have kind of a light champagne-y shade here in the Charlotte Tilbury quad. But anyways, that's what I have on. And then I have this shade, which is White Peach, on my inner corner, along with a little bit of the highlighter. None of these usages on these products today will count toward the project or toward my usage goals because, of course, I am filming this early. And I won't start using these products until the update goes up. So that's what I have for you this month. I freaking love this project. Kali is such a smart lady. It's a way to kind of keep project panning really fresh if you get bored with products really easily, and just kind of get use out of your collection overall, whether you're making usage goals, you're trying something new that you haven't used in your collection, you need to figure out how to use something, or what have you. I am enjoying this project a whole lot, but with all of that said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and your being here to watch my video today, and I really hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful, peachy makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon.